even the way they are calling each other babes to me, like, hey, who still says babe, 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 babe? Well, I get it though, but let's shoot into the video, right? Hello guys, thank you for tuning in. Welcome on another episode of Life with Mo. Welcome on another episode of TunrayoGreat. Yes, and I'll be giving you guys the gist why I changed my name from Life with Mo to TunrayoGreat. So keep watching. So on today's episode, I'm doing something really interesting. I'm talking about blue therapy, guys. I'm sure almost everybody saw blue therapy, or well, not everybody, because I know that some people are not interested in stuff like that, but I watched it. I'm just going to give you guys the gist. If you are the type that didn't watch it, don't worry, I'll give you guys the gist of what really happened and, you know, every good stuff about it. So what is blue therapy? Actually, blue therapy is it actually talked about couples like going for therapy. You know, we all know what therapy is, right? So this is just a particular couple. They are not married, they are partners, they are boyfriend and girlfriends, and maybe because their relationship is, you know, reaching that place that, you know, they can't even help themselves anymore, so they decide to visit a therapist, which is not a bad idea, right? Just to, you know, do the good stuff about their relationship so the therapy can help them and the relationship can go back to normal. So I'm going to be talking about what while I was watching it, the things that was coming to my head, and, you know, I'm just going to, you know, put it into real life scenario, because these are real people and this is actually their life. Some people said it was staged, right? Some people said, oh, it was staged and everything, but I don't want to believe it was staged, even though there was camera and everything. But these are things that are valid. Their complaints and everything are really, really valid. I'm like, oh, these are two different people with two different issues. Like, this person wants this thing, this person wants this thing, and that is how it all happens when it comes to being married, or, you know, being in a, you know, good relationship with someone, a relationship that is going to somewhere. Like, you know, we're two different people, so obviously things were, so they decided to go to a therapy. So these are the couples. We have Chioma and Paul, and we have Deborah and Jamal. So while I was watching it, I was jotting one or two things down so that I would not miss out of, you know, all the juice. So guys, keep watching. And before that, are you subscribed to my channel yet? If you are not subscribed, this is the time to click that subscribe button. This is the time to turn on that notification so that you can get an update when I put out a video. So guys, click that red thing that says subscribe, because someone asked me, how do I subscribe? So I know that most of you don't know. All you need to do is, while watching this video, you see subscribe at the bottom, I think by the right side. So just click, and then that's two different couples and same therapy, right? So we have let me start with Paul and Chioma. We have Paul and we have Chioma, and we have Deborah and we have Jamal. And because I don't want this video to be too long, so I'll just be, you know, saying what I think and what they talked about, and then putting it into real life scenarios to understand what this thing is actually about. I understand that we're two different people in relationships and we cannot want the same thing. So what matters most is you being able to compromise, like, oh, this is what my partner likes and this is what my partner doesn't like. My laptop right in front of me, I'll be looking at, and then, you know, be giving you guys the gist, right? So Chioma and Paul, they are older, they're like 30 something years, both of them. They're not like young, and Chioma is Nigerian, and I'm not sure about Paul, but Chioma is Nigerian. Opinion, she really likes the guy, because all those things that she said she was doing and everything. Paul will complain about her food, her eating an African meal, like, she is African. She said she said my poundo, is it poundo or eba or semo? I'm not really sure, but she mentioned something about African food. I talked about Paul's sister not liking her. And, you know, it was a drama. It was really a drama. Chioma was like, your sister doesn't like me, but she still gives me her kids to take care of. And in my head, I'm like, okay, Chioma has a point, because if I don't like someone, if I don't trust someone, I can't leave my kids to them, right? But your sister doesn't like her or trust her, and not me being judgmental, guys. This is me just stating the fact, right? If you don't like her, your sister doesn't like her, and she will now bring her kids for her to care for, right? So she said, in her words, like, I love those kids, which is valid, like, I love them, but your sister doesn't like me. And, you know, Chioma said she was doing everything possible to make sure that she likes her, but still the lady doesn't just like her. I don't know what the drama is and everything. And one thing that Paul complained about is how Chioma is very active on social media. And Chioma now said something that said, but you met me on the social media. You met Ade, right? So what do you guys think? They met on social media. Like Chioma is an influencer, so you know what all these influencer does, like they have to, you know, advertise the product. Maybe in the course of advertising the product, maybe Chioma opens her body or maybe twerking or something, but Paul doesn't like that. So that is another issue in their relationship. Like I can't be watching this. That is what Paul said. And he said something about twerking, and Chioma was like, she just twerked for like maybe 1 second out of the video or so. It was very funny while I was watching it, and in my head I'm just like, what I would say about both of them is they love each other, because they were really fighting even when they weren't even really loving each other at that moment. They understood that the fight is not really of them, it's just whatever is between them. And you know, they kept on calling each other, oh babe, no, oh babe, oh no. I really do admire that. And this is just something that happens in everybody's daily life. Like, you know, we all have pet names to our partners, like people that do that. And in the heat of conversation, you don't have to start saying, hey you, or when you know, I really do admire that about them. So things is controlling her, because if you keep saying that I don't want you on social media, I don't want you maybe hanging out with your friend, maybe you hang out with your friends a lot, and the baby's like, but you met me on the social media. So now these are the things that I do that you love. Now you're scared that other guys will obviously see me doing all of these things, but you have to be secure. Like, I love you. Like, I don't have to, you know, keep explaining that to you, that I'm in love with you, and it doesn't matter, it is you that I will choose. And Chioma also mentioned something, that you don't compliment me, you don't say that I look good, you don't say that I look nice, you don't say that I smell nice, you don't say any good stuff. And all these guys are in my DMs telling me all of these things, and you know, it's valid. It's valid. You say that, oh, and he was like, you know that you look good, and that is not the case. The case is, if I look good, tell me that I look good. Chioma and Paul, I just feel like both of them, what they want is just, they just need to trust themselves more. I also made mention of Chioma, on Chioma's Instagram page, there's a lot of guys that will just be putting love struck, and he's uncomfortable with that. I get that. And after trusting each other, all of these things won't really make much of a big deal. Like, oh, I know that. And this applies to everybody. Now that I'm talking about trust, it applies to everybody. Like, if you're with somebody and you know that this person really loves you, or I love this person, first, for anything to work, you guys have to trust yourself. You have to trust each other. And at the end of the day, someone told me that they broke up, and that would take me to being going to therapy. I don't know what you guys think about going to therapy. Do you really love going to therapy? How is therapy? Have you been to therapy before? How does it work for you? Because the ones that I see in movie, this is the end result of it. Eventually they just leave themselves, because in therapy you say things that you're not even meant to see. The therapist will like get into your brain, they will get into your like everything, and you start saying things that you're not meant to say. I just believe that there are some things that are just left unsaid. It doesn't mean that you're harboring anything, but it's just that the way you are seeing it, because in therapy you might not even mean it that way, but that your partner too is not even in the right sense to listen to so many things. So there are some things that you would say that he wouldn't even agree with. So now imagine saying they actually said some deep things, and Paul was like, I can't believe you're saying it. This is actually his expression. And he walked out of the therapy section a couple of times, because it was like, she never mentioned this to me. Same as Chioma, Paul will say some things and she'll just be like, we never talked about it. Just like when Paul was talking about his depression stage or something, and she was like, I'm just hearing this for the first time. Imagine how sensitive that conversation was, and you have to say it to the world in front of everybody and your therapy and everything. So I just feel like, I don't know. I have this thing about going to therapy. I feel like whatever issue, we should be able to, you know, resolve it. And if we can't resolve it, I don't just know. So I'm going to go to Jamal and Deborah, and what I just feel about those ones. Just young. But at the same time, ignore me laughing. At the same time, I know that they both made a very, very valid point. So I'm gonna start with Deborah is a baby girl. She is a baby girl. Like, she wants all the good things of life. And not just wanting all the good things of life, she wants the very, very expensive good things of life. See, I don't care about buying expensive things, in as much as you should be able to afford it yourself, to buy it for yourself. So if you're saying that, oh, he needs to do this for me, can you do it for yourself? And in the course of their conversation, I realized that, oh yeah, she has she's from a maybe very rich home, and a father, they're like girls in their family, and their father makes sure that he gives them whatever they want. So Deborah is used to that baby girl lifestyle. So meeting Jamal was, agreeing to the baby girl lifestyle. He will buy her whatever she wants, right? He would, expensive, you want the Gucci, you want the YXL, you want the Prada, all these expensive stuffs. And the guy would buy them. So in the course of their relationship, see finish, they always enter a relationship, marriage, or whatever it is. So the guy was like, we can't be buying these expensive things anymore. We need to plan about our future. And Deborah is like, well, you know me before all of these things. You know me. This is what I love. This is what I do. This is how I live. This is a lifestyle that I want to maintain. But Jamal doesn't want to maintain those lifestyle anymore. And now issue arise. So Deborah is like, oh, if you can't take care of my need, I have to, because my dad takes care of my mom's need. My dad is always doing this. My dad is always doing that. Comparing our dad to Jamal, right? Like, these are the things that I want you to do. And the guy was like, we can't be spending this money. So in my own defense, I'll say that they both have a point. So date your wage. Date your wage. It's not like Jamal can't even afford it, but I think he realized that we can't continue to do this. We can't continue to buy all these designer bags. And I don't think Deborah is working, because Jamal mentioned that she is not helping them. Oh, she said, I cannot spend my money until we're married, or I know that there's some sort of commitment, then I can assist you and all of that. And in my head, I'm like, so you want this guy spending all of his money buying you designer stuff, and you just want to keep your home money, and until when you guys are married, that is when you want to get a job and all of those things. I just feel like Deborah is very young. She is 24, but at the same time, a 24-year-old babe, no, she's not young, but she's just used to that lifestyle. But will I blame her? No, because that's her lifestyle. That is what she's for. She wasn't lacking before she met you, and she's not ready to start lacking, because Jamal was like, oh, maybe he wants to buy a house or something, and the babe was like, I need a guy. Like, I even like the way she talks. Very chill and everything. She's just like, but that is the kind of lifestyle that I want. And in my head, I'm like, she is a real baby girl, because as a starter, it's not even starter pack of a baby girl. It's like the original Jamal to take care of her. She wants Jamal to care for her. She wants Jamal to cover her financially. And she mentioned that my father takes me everywhere. So you should be able to do that. It's wise for her to compare a relationship with her dad to relationship with Jamal, because they're two different men. But at the same time, in my defense, I'll say that Jamal is trying. He might not just be doing what she wants. She also made mention of Jamal talking to other girls, and she's so insecure about that. She feels like if she's not enough for him. She took Jamal to their house, and her parents, everybody knows that she's dating Jamal, but Jamal has never even mentioned, oh, I want you to meet my mom, I want you to meet my family. And Jamal is like, I'm scared that if I'm going to quote Jamal in my own words, it will be that you're a spoiled brat, and I'm scared that my parents might not like you. I'm scared that you might do something that I would not like. So Jamal is scared about that, and in my head I'm like, I think you should watch my meeting the in-law video, right? So guys, if you haven't seen that video, I made a video of meeting the in-law, so you guys can go there, can go and watch it and know what to do and what not to do, so that your fiance would not be scared. Maybe the reason why your fiance hasn't even, introduced you to his parent yet is because he's scared that, oh, how would you behave? So if you're looking for tips on what to do, on how to behave, please go check out Meeting the In-Law. I'll put a link here so that y'all can go see it, because Jamal is actually scared that Deborah might do something that his parents might not like. This babe would disrespect my family, like. And Deborah too, they both have a very bad valid point. And you guys know what Jamal said. Nigerians are loud. What? Would you say Nigeria? Are we truly loud? And the babe was like, what do you mean? Blah 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 blah. And they just went on and on and on and on and on. My knowledge is lost. That's what I'm gonna say. Some people be like, oh, I can't. Some people didn't even watch it. Like, I did not watch it to the end, so like, trust me, I didn't. But the ones that I watched, I'm like, oh, I'm able to get one or two things from their relationship. And I feel like Deborah and Jamal, I'll say they're young and they just want two different things. Because the kind of lifestyle that Deborah want to live, I'm not sure Jamal wants to continue living that lifestyle. Video I made about gift idea is definitely not for Deborah, and this is not me calling her out. This is me saying that that's her lifestyle. She will meet a guy that can foot all abuse. That's what she wants, because that is what her father will do. But I don't think Jamal gets that, and Jamal is Ghanaian. I don't think he gets that, and I don't think he wants to keep that going on that way. There were a couple of times Jamal had to like walk out of the therapy session too, and but at the same time I'll say that this is very, very valid in almost everyone's relationship. We have to learn to trust ourselves. You have to learn to give your wife that compliment that she needs. You have to be able to protect your wife in the presence of your in-laws. You have to be able to do that. You should date your wage. Date your wage. And if you just want to, impress her for the first or, first, second, third, fourth month of your relationship, I think you should let her know so that you guys won't be expecting different things. And I think you should be considerate. I think you should be considerate when it comes to spending the family money, because you guys are going to get married and this money is your family money. You can't just be using it for designers. Kids are going to come, families are here and there and everything. So that's my take about blue therapy. And now I'm going to tell you guys the reason why I changed my name. So I used to go by Life with More, like, if you know. So but if you've not noticed, I'm sure a lot of you have noticed, I changed to TunrayoGreat, and TunrayoGreat has been my name since like forever. Like, that has been my Yahoo mail, TunrayoGreat@yahoo.com, TunrayoGreat@yahoo.com. So I've had that name. So when I realized that people can search for me on YouTube search, and a lot of people be like, oh, I searched Life with Mo, it wasn't you that I'm seeing. And I'm sure some of my subscribers subscribe to that Life with Mo, which is not my name, right? So that day I'm just like, I can't search this. Like, I just got tired. I've done everything that I was meant to do, put it in my title, put it in my description, I put it everywhere in my tags and all of that, but still I wasn't just coming up. So I woke up one day and I changed it to TunrayoGreat. So here we have, that is the reason why I changed to my name, because I feel like I need people to be able to search for me. So now if you bring out your phone and type TunrayoGreat, you would see that I'm the only TunrayoGreat on YouTube, and I love that. I love the uniqueness. Like Life with Mo, I was sharing with some other YouTuber, but now that I have my own personal name, so I don't have to worry. I can just say, oh, search TunrayoGreat, and then you will be able to get to me. And please remember to subscribe, like, and give a comment. Let me know what you think about blue therapy, because I know that I've seen it for a while now, but this is just the perfect time to do that video, right? So this video should be coming up on Sunday. This is the 1st of July 2021. Happy new month, everyone. Happy new month. See you guys in my next video. Remember to like, subscribe, and give me a thumbs up.